Tech Talks, Episode 3. I'm Michaela, and today I'm with Chinyere Chambers discussing how she overcame a difficult and complex leg injury. So, Chinny, what happened this past summer?
So basically this summer, I took a cycling class, and initially I was totally fine, and then a few days later I started to get a lot of pain in my leg. I went to the hospital, and it turns out I had rhabdomyolysis, and then unfortunately it just turned really bad, and I got compartment syndrome after that, and I had to have emergency surgery to save my right leg.
What is rhabdomyolysis?
So rhabdomyolysis is muscle breakdown, which releases these proteins that are toxic to the blood. And basically you have to wash out those proteins so that you don't have kidney failure. So that was my initial treatment. And so I was just supposed to stay in the hospital for a day or two, just getting fluids and antibiotics.
What was your initial thought when you had to go into surgery?
I first thought about soccer. It's funny because my surgeon asked me, "Why are you crying? Because you're in pain?" And I told her, "No, I'm crying because I play soccer, and I cried for my team and everything that thought I would be able to give to them." And then everything moved very quickly, and then the fear set in, just because they told me they didn't really know what they were going to see when they opened my leg, and what they were going to have to do at that point. So I was just kind of going into it, not really knowing too much. I had a follow-up surgery a few days later, and that one was more okay, I hope they can close my leg. So it started off with more I was very concerned about my athletic career, and then I did obviously have my point of where the fear set in, and I was nervous about doing something that I had never gone through before.
Right. You're back to playing now. Tell me about post-surgery and how you got to where you are now.
So post-surgery, it was mostly just getting back to walking. I was using a walker. And then I started PT 3 weeks after my surgery, and I thought I was doing great. I was very excited about it. Then a week before I left for preseason, I saw my surgeon again, and she basically told me that I wasn't supposed to start running for another 6 weeks, which season would have already started. I was thinking at that point I wasn't going to get to play at all. Then when I got to preseason, I actually saw another doctor. I was basically cleared to start running and trying to build my endurance up, and it was great. I had my teammates push me and motivate me. I got to run, and I'm so fortunate now because I get to play. I'm honestly so grateful for the experience of what I've learned, and also obviously I'm grateful because I have my leg today and I get to play the sport that I love.
Right. How did your role on the team change from the beginning of season to now?
As a senior, I think my role itself has been one of leadership and trying to encourage the ones who are younger than me. What happened to me this summer was a surprise to everybody, and I think that how I've been able to overcome it and get back on the field very quickly has opened the eyes of a lot of other girls on my team, and seeing how hard I worked and pushing myself. And I hope that I was able to encourage others to work equally as hard, and really our bodies are incredible and how much we really can do. I really felt that I was able to show other girls on my team that.
What was it like beating the odds and getting back to it? Because it seems like you're completely ecstatic about getting back on the soccer field.
I had moments where I just have to remind myself of how grateful I am, because I honestly didn't think I was going to get to play. It's really hard to explain, just from where I was in the summertime to where I am now. It's a really weird experience, but it's just something that I will remember for the rest of my life.
What kind of treatments are you doing for your leg right now?
So right now I'm actually not worrying so much about my leg, other than that it's fatigue. Obviously my muscle has been through a lot, so one of the downsides is my leg gets tired very quickly. I mostly just roll out my leg, I ice it, but for the most part it's just pushing myself and wearing my sleeve. If you ever see me on the field, you'll see me wearing this black sleeve on my leg.
Do you have any advice to other athletes that have this condition or have gone through something similar?
Not just for this condition, but just anything that you go through. If you want something bad enough and you work towards it, you can definitely achieve it. I definitely had moments of doubt, but I was so fortunate to have such an encouraging team. Also, my family helped me so much through this whole process. and even coaches and trainers. I had a lot of people cheering for me, and I think when you have that kind of support system along with the mindset of working hard and knowing what your goal is and wanting something bad enough, you can definitely get there and see the results and get back onto the field.